Here's a new post. Do you believe in coincidences? White House suicide. Hannity intruder narrative threat. That was at 8:21. This is also at 8:21. Read drops. And there's about ATT.com story consumers need an internet bill of rights. Has Q ever mentioned internet bill of rights? Regarding read drops. Consumers need an internet bill of rights, HTML Q. Has Q ever mentioned internet bill of rights? Oh, so an Anon was asking, has Q ever mentioned internet bill of rights? And Q comes back with, regarding read drops, HTTP about AT&T story consumer needed internet bill of rights.html. At 8:22, a Anon says, why do so-called patriots challenge this? Careful who you follow. Regarding read drops, AT&T story consumers need an internet bill of rights. 8:30 a.m. Roasted. Q. Roasted. Sheesh. Sheesh. Oh man. There's so much intelligence people on YouTube now. It's just crazy. Oh man, it's crazy. I'm out of here. All right. So we're on 8chan right here, and this was this morning. Has Q ever mentioned internet bill of rights? Right here. Okay. Just hold on. Why is it all screwy? Has Q ever mentioned internet bill of rights? Okay. There are no coincidences. Godspeed, Q. Thank you for your service. Whole planes deal, right? Something with blue. 2 blue. So England off the coast of France here. Damn it. There it is. So Germany and United Kingdom, military aircraft, Bombardier Global 5000, Bombardier CL 600. Luftwaffe. Luftwaffe. Hold on. Alright, so it's Kyrgyzstan Air Force. Red Arrow. Interesting plane registered in Guernsey. 2 blue. Is a bit of a giveaway though. Took off from Oxford. Could be David Cameron. Therefore, artificial intelligence is turning itself directly against them, and that's why they are so afraid of it. They cannot mislead artificial intelligences like they did to humans. AI's research at full speed rate to see through all their bullshit through the centuries. Imminent divorce. Excuse me, I just woke up. Imminent divorce. You would be paid in new currency. Outstanding obligations would need to be renegotiated. in terms of the new currency. There has been much chatter here about a debt jubilee, where some debts are forgiven. Baker, attention please. Please trim current list of hashes back to hashtag Internet Bill of Rights, free the Internet, QAnon, We the People, Obamagate, Great Awakening, trigger a liberal in 4 words. Well, trigger a liberal in 4 words. Thank you. Now here Q responded, said regarding redrops, and there's that link. That link takes us to here, AT&T, which I don't trust at all because they're military. I mean, they're all in the conglomerate. Go watch. You will be completely controlled. You are wetware. Implanted devices and mind control hijack you on the Lionel Nation channel. And he's interviewing the guy from American Intelligence Media.
Thomas Paine.
Okay, now let's go to this AT&T thing. There's so much information. It's just an overload. All right. We're having fun. Look. Oh, good. Good. I got my pad and I got my phone and we're having fun together. Ugh. Government rules for the internet have been debated for nearly as long as the internet has existed, even before a professor coined the term net neutrality 15 years ago. The internet has changed our lives and grown beyond what anyone could have imagined. And it's done so for the most part with very few but often challenging rules. Regulators under 4 different presidents have taken 4 different approaches. Courts have overturned regulatory decisions. Regulators have reversed their predecessors. And because the internet is so critical to everyone, it's understandably confusing and a bit concerning when you hear the rules we recently changed yet again. It's time for Congress to end the debate once and for all by writing new laws that govern the internet and protect consumers. Until they do, I want to make clear what you can expect from AT&T. AT&T is committed to an open internet. We don't block websites, we don't censor online content, and we don't throttle, discriminate, or degrade network performance based on content, period. We have publicly committed to these principles for over 10 years, and we will continue to abide by them in providing our customers the open internet experience they have come to expect. But the commitment of one company is not enough. Congressional action is needed to establish an Internet Bill of Rights that applies to all internet companies and guarantees neutrality, transparency, openness, non-discrimination, and privacy protection for all internet users. It sounds good. We do need this. Legislation would not, but watch out who comes and passes it off and, oh, we need this and ... Let's make sure we know what's going on because they are going to play the good guy. So watch out, watch out, watch out. Legislation would not only ensure consumers' rights are protected, but it would provide consistent rules of the road for all internet companies across all websites, content, devices, and applications. In the near future, technological advances like self-driving cars, remote surgery, and augmented reality will demand even greater performance from the internet. Without predictable rules for how the internet works, it will be difficult to meet the demands of these new technology advances. And that's why we intend to work with Congress to screw you over. That's why we intend to work with Congress, other internet companies, and consumer groups in the coming months to push for an Internet Bill of Rights that permanently protects the open internet for all users and encourages continued investment for the next generation of internet innovation. Randall Stevenson, AT&T Chairman and CEO. There's my signature. Okay. Let's go back here. Sorry, I read it. Look at that. Patriots make the dough rise. Alrighty. I vaguely remember AT&T being alluded to, if not specifically mentioned. What did I say? Prevent a class action lawsuit? Immunity. Archives for plebs.org, poll thread 1501-66-775 / number 150-166-936. All right. Fluoridating organic molecules by substituting fluoride in a carbon ring increases a molecule's permeability in fat and create a lowered van der Waal radius, shielding the molecule from reacting with any other molecule that wants to react. The net effect of fluoridation of organic molecules is almost always significantly slowed metabolism or hold it. Just hold it. Let me take a sip of coffee. Oh, it's empty. Damn it. Metabolization, if you will. All right. If you'll let me. And chelation. Chelation. I knew that. Chelation in our bodies. Fluoridation is a steroid that amplifies the strength and duration of whatever you add to it. This is different but related in many respects from treating water with fluoride. Biochemistry. Okay. Hat flying. I mean, this is good stuff. It just made my head spin. I just woke up. I'm sorry. I don't mean to go and make bad on your post. Fluoride, yes. Can we get rid of the fluoride? Biochemistry. It's too early for chemistry and it's just on Sunday. Pyramids. Hold on. This is different but related in many respects from treating water with fluoride. Biochemistry is hard, and forming meaningful independent opinions is impossible without climbing fairly high on the pyramid of chemistry knowledge. How do we know who to trust? This is the most important question to me. Exactly. Hat flying into ring. #America Rising. They're trying to get Hannity because he is spreading the real news from the White House. Get them, Q. God bless the team. WikiLeaks.org. CIA Vault 7. P1. CMS files. Rainmaker. Yuckish. Anon laughs at Anon for not uninstalling Windows. Anon laughs at Anon for not uninstalling Windows. Hold it. Let's get a wiki. Get a wiki, please. Oh, do the wiki. You spread out and you copy it. Oh! Copy it! You piece of crap. Listen, you piece of junk. What a piece of shit. Copy it. Oh, you're so smart. You're such a smart computer. You're such a smartphone, aren't you? Oh, so smart. So smart. Yeah, I'm leaving. I can't stand it. Screw you. Go to hell. Crime. Intruder. scare in Sean Hannity's home leads to arrest. The Fox News host wife was there at the time. By Don Dicker. There's Hannity. Sorry, excuse my language. Excuse my language. Excuse me forever. Excuse me forever. Just excuse me. Wow. Apparently I can't do anything on this phone anymore. All right, just get me off Hannity. God, you're messing up my production and everything. Ugh! Get off. I want to throw my phone into the abyss of hell. Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. FAO logo, another Y. FAO members gateway. And there's that freaking link that I can't go to because my phone's a piece of crap. Does make it rain mean melt the TV snow? This is an excellent idea. Jam their communications to the crisis actors and paid protesters. One meme we could start and promulgate would be that the Craigslist ads are honeypots for ICE and the FBI and local LE to trap people with outstanding warrants. That would frost them. Well, it is actually, so it's kind of weird. Executive order signed on 3/1 helps set the stage for tribunals. You could feel when they're fricking around. You could feel when they've got their monkey hands in your system. You could just feel it. And you know, oh, you got to protect, you know, hide behind 1 million VPNs and all the security in the world and nothing. Just a bunch of shit. So there's that. Is this better than Kim.com's alternative, create a Bill of Rights or create competition? Baker, bread is going to fill quick. Q is live. RES, response, welcomed. Have been on Twitter. Corsi post, the storm is here. List of frozen assets globally. We'll wait for next thread for sauce. I'm sorry for getting upset, but, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, just thumbs down or just, you know, whatever. I meant the bolder words, F it, regarding the Twitter meme storm. Support each other. Find like memes and retweets, like, etc. Strengthen in numbers. Negotiate, not fight with people opposite your meme view. Don't yell. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I just yelled. Speak with them to draw them in. Enforce and defend the memes with facts. Reform with new hashtags. And Twitter starts to shadow ban the first wave of hashtags. When Twitter starts to shadow ban. We should unite, not scream hashtags. Wait, hold on. We should unite. Oh my goodness gracious. I am just, when I get flustered, I can't read. We should unite, not scream hashtags. War Room is meant for discussion about hashes. There is debated and decided and adopted. War Room speaks as one to general. Learn. It's not about ego. It's about unity. I agree with that. Even though I did it in that voice, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Immunity from lawsuits, but also disease. Who? World Health Organization? Right here we got flight logs. 2 blue. Let's pop this open. We got a bunch of unknowns. We got an origin here. There's the Oxford craft. Departure 3:18 p.m. En route. So I looked at this for a while, and you know, I Rotterdam, Geneva. Here, let me just go like this, and then let me scroll this. All right. 2 blues flight history might prove useful. Executive order signed on 3/1 helps set the stage for tribunals. Yes, we know you mentioned it, Q. You said AT&T was going to push it and that they have an NSA contract. Thank you. Highly relevant today. I'm telling you, you got to watch. You will be completely controlled. You are wetware. Implanted devices and mind control hijack you. American intelligence media in the ass of the globalists. He's the guy in the ass of the globalists, worked for the NSA. He has a website, aimfortruth.org. Thomas Paine and Betsy. So what I'd like to say, thank you for hanging in there this far with me, okay? Thank you for hanging in this far. But there's a lot of stuff, a lot of moving parts, a lot of intelligence, a lot of stuff going on here. He gets into how the central node and the whole 9 yards. The whole 9 yards. Listen to him. He's way smarter than me. You also have Lionel. It's a really good conversation. A lot of information in there. Okay, so it's the second time I plugged that, but it's good info. He has everything lined up. And the reason I'm saying this is because AT&T is in there. So that's all I'm going to mention about that. Now, here we go. Thank you, highly relevant. Han Solo, this is interesting. Friendly reminder that Han Solo married Princess Leia, which makes him Prince Han Solo. But since the king and queen of Alderaan died, that makes them King Han Solo and Queen Leia Organa, whatever. Unfortunately, Darth Vader blew up Alderaan, which makes Han Solo just a regular dude. I'm digging on Q signatures, and I'm on the movie title part, trying to find meaning, since everything has meaning. Iron Eagle, Jason Bourne, Godfather, Part 3 in particular, The Bridge of Spies, Hunt for Red October, Fear, Judgment Day, Patriots Day, Speed, The Sum of All Fears, Fantasyland, Alice in Wonderland, Snow White, Apache, Geronimo, As the World Turns, TV. Anyone else have anything to add? I'm digging on plots, actors, directors, etc. Nope. Black Box. Made me think of encoded information. That's just what it made me think of. Whose side is AT&T on? I would venture, this is just a guess, but I would venture on the side of not us, the people. That's just a guess, though. Just a guess. Can you confirm, help? But you know what? It's like NSA. You know what I mean? It's like we have people at the NSA that are, I'm throwing up air quotes, that are on our side as far as patriots. But there's also parts of, a lot of the NSA is humongous. It's the node, it's the 9 yards. And there's ones that are on the globalist side. So it's like, what the hell's going on? Talk about really being screwed in the mind. Can you confirm helpers so it gains more traction? BTFO by Q, LOL. Confirm correct rabbit trails being investigated. Q group. Why do so-called patriots challenge this? Careful who you follow. So he's referring to the Internet Bill of Rights. I don't know if he's... Hold on. Just hold on. The reason I said that is because on Discord, he said... Why do so-called patriots challenge this? Careful who you follow. And then it was in reference to regarding Reed Drops. about the AT&T story that I read. Okay, so just let's go. All right, so this is here. Listen to here. Listen to this. This is awesome. Robert Mueller has acknowledged that some of those behind last week's terror attacks may have stolen the identification Mueller said Friday Bureau has a fairly high level of confidence that the hijacker names release. Boss Mueller, he initially admitted that false identities were involved with 9/11. Several hijacker identities were in doubt due to identity thefts made to this done. Skill of Al-Qaeda, terrorist attack network, director of her own agency. She, the hell is she, in which she actually accuses the director of her own agency of a subtle skewing of the facts. Chief Mueller warning him about lax security procedures. This guy is anthrax letters. Yeah. All right. I can't read all this. Zionist things and CIA, Bush, Tenet. All right. Yeah, Mueller. Piece of crap. Everybody knows this. He's straight up just unbelievably involved. And oh, by the way, you have to see what I was saying. You will be completely controlled. You are wetware, implanted devices, and mind control hijack you. That's just a title. That's just a title. It's it's a catchy title, but there's a lot of information in here, and there's information on Robert Mueller that you will be surprised on. God, just unbelievable stuff. I mean, this guy, it's like, to me, I wonder, it's like, how much stuff do we have? It's like when you see a trader and you know it and you see it and you have all the intelligence, and then it's like, do I need to become a professional scholar on this person's crimes? God, do I need to go to college to learn about all your crimes, sir? CNN revealed that FBI Director Robert Mueller openly admitted that some of the identities of the 9/11 hijackers in question are due to identity theft. Here's what CNN reported on September 21st. Mueller has acknowledged that some of those behind last week's terror attacks may have stolen the identification of other people, and according to at least one security expert, it may have been relatively easy based on their level of sophistication. The Washington Post, under the headline, "Some hijacker identities remain uncertain," reported FBI officials said yesterday that some of the 19 terrorists who carried out last week's assault on New York and Washington may have stolen identities of other people, and their real names may remain unknown. Saudi government officials also said yesterday that they have determined that at least 2 of the terrorists, using the names of living, law-abiding Saudi citizens, other hijackers may have faked their identities as well, they said. FBI Director Mueller said Friday that the Bureau had a fairly high level of confidence the hijacker names released by the FBI were not aliases. But one senior official said there may be some question with regard to the identity of at least some of them. The uncertainty highlights how difficult it may be to ever identify some of the hijackers who participated in the deadliest act of violence on American soil. Most of the hijackers' bodies were obliterated in the fiery crashes. This operation had tremendous security, and using false names would have been part of it, said John Martin, retired chief of the Justice Department's Internal Security Section. The hijackers themselves may not have known the others' true names. This opens up a whole Pandora's box of unanswered questions. First and foremost of which is this: why would Osama bin Laden, the Saudi Arabian caveman, steal identities to cover his tracks, you say? Next question. Why would a Saudi Arabian attempting to cover his tracks steal the identities of fellow Saudi Arabians? What would be the point? Why would you go through the trouble of stealing identities that would point back to you? Why not steal Greek identities or Brazilian identities or Turkish ones? A much more logical conclusion is that non-Arabs stole these identities as part of a false flag operation designed to point the blame at Arabs, and Saudi Arabs in particular. What kind of corrupt character is FBI boss Mueller? He initially admitted that false identities were involved with 9/11, but then he allows the media to keep naming these innocent and alive Arabs as the hijackers. Why doesn't he correct them? More on the slimy Mr. Mueller later on. Now I'm really going to rock you and your faith in the false religion of 9/11. In February 2000, Indian intelligence officials detained 11 members of what they thought was an Al-Qaeda hijacking conspiracy. It was then discovered that these 11 Muslim preachers were all Israeli nationals. India's leading weekly magazine, The Week, reported, quote, On January 12, Indian intelligence officials in Calcutta detained 11 foreign nationals for interrogation before they were to board a Dhaka-bound Bangladesh Biman flight. They were detained on the suspicion of being hijackers, but we realized that they were Islamic preachers, so we let them go, said an intelligence official. The 11 had Israeli passports, but were believed to be Afghan nationals who had spent a while in Iran. Indian intelligence officials, too, were surprised by the nationality profile of the 11. They say that they have been on tabla or whatever, preaching Islam in India for 2 months, but they are Israeli nationals from the West Bank, said a Central Intelligence official. He claimed that Tel Aviv inserted considerable pressure on Delhi to secure their release. It appeared that they were working for a sensitive organization in Israel and were on a mission to Bangladesh, the official said. Emphasis added. 72. Emphasis added. What were these 11 Israelis doing trying to impersonate Al-Qaeda men? Infiltrating? Perhaps framing? JFK? Hint, hint. More likely. But, Robert, the guy, the guy that shot, the guy that supposedly shot Kennedy, and how he's seen in Mexico, and he had these papers and all that. Same kind of operation. Oswald. Oswald's seen in Mexico. Oswald's buying a gun on camera, holding it for, with the picture of JFK with the big bullseye. And how obvious can we make this? So what were these Israelis doing trying to impersonate Al-Qaeda men? Perhaps framing, more likely. But the important precedent to understand is this. Israeli agents were once caught red-handed impersonating Muslim hijackers. This event becomes even more mind-boggling when we learn that it was Indian intelligence that helped the United States to so quickly identify the 19 hijackers on April 3rd, 2002. Express India, quoting the Press Trust of India, revealed. Holy moly. Reminder, Mueller was balls deep in the 9/11 cover-up. Mr. Trump, in addition to being POTUS, you are still her dad. You kick her butt. It's your job. He had that weird twat once, and his twatter got taken down. Time to get a credit card and max it. I know for a fact Hannity has some serious security system. MK triggered week. Minded targets suicide week. Hold on, let me read that again. MK Ultra triggered week. MK Ultra triggered weak-minded targets equals suicide week. The catch is they want to take someone else out with them. Here's a tweet from Jerome Corsi. Wow. Treasury Department Office of Foreign Asset Control, the OFAC, published a list of all people and organizations whose assets have been blocked or frozen as a result of the December 21st executive order by POTUS. The document is 1,108 pages. Treasury.gov/OFAC/downloads and ... But by the way, you take that, Snopes. Oh, Snopes said it's false. Trump never signed an executive order. You could shove it in your ass, Snopes. I mean, it's unbelievable how that site is even up and they claim to be, it's like, jeez, that should be criminal. Pretending, oh, well, we're Snopes, we got a kitty, and we're the knowledge of truth, and we're you come to us and our cat. Get the hell out of here. Yes, a single hashtag, thank you. And it comes up always on Google, the first thing. It's unbelievable. And yes, I have a tendency to want to reform places that are corrupt, not leave them. Yes, a single hashtag, thank you. I've tried and tried to make that point, and every time I come to the board, the hashtags are more shitted up. I've been so dismayed that such a simple and obvious point is so hard to get across. I'll say it again. The more hashtags, the more diluted the message. Simple as F, is it not? Great Awakening should be the permanent hashtag, since it's already a mainstay, and 2, it will stay relevant until the full truth becomes known to anyone who's not a complete moron. Okay, but I disagree with you because they could ban single hashtags and then all that information, so you need to spread it across multiple hashtags. So, calm down there, okay? And that's the end. We got the smiling girl, indicating we have ended our journey together. Have a good day.
This sounds completely and utterly satanic to me.